Well, hello viewer, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you back. You may remember this hit video.
More viewing figures, carry on.
A bunch of DVDs off Facebook Marketplace and managed to make about 50 quid. Pretty exciting stuff, I trust you'll agree. But I thought, what if we up the ante and go for a big bulk buy? So I found this advert on eBay. £27.50 for 200 DVDs. What could go wrong? Well, I know what you're saying. These would be all the shovelware, all the crap of the day, probably bootlegs, dodgy videos, whatever. But we'll have in hope and it's content all the same. So what I'll do is I'll put the order in and I'll get back to you as soon as the stuff arrives. We'll split it up and see if there's any money to be made. Probably not. And here we go. It's arrived only 4 days later. So pretty good service, about 30 kilograms. So everybody could barely get up the stairs. But anyway, let's have a look and see what we get. We know it's going to be junk, but what kind of junk? Here we go. Let's have a quick look. Oh, everyone's a classic already. There we go. Right, well, what I'll do is I'll break it down, we'll have a look and see what's worth selling, what's going to the charity shop, and what's off for landfill. Well, that's that done. Took about 3 hours in total to get everything sorted, so not too bad. And the DVDs are nice and clean, so it wasn't too mucky an experience either. The firm concerned were good. They said they would give you an extra 10% to cover breakages and missing discs, and they were true to their word. I received a total of 221 DVDs, so for the money paid, that was 12p, 0.44p each, which is pretty good because that doesn't include like box sets. There were a few duplicates. See here, 3 war horses. Nobody needs that. Poor old Joey still feeling it. There's a couple other ones as well, which I dug out later on to Australia's. But you're always going to get this in a big bulk like this. So bring them into categories. Fitness here, obviously no need for that in this house. Only 4 of these, all worth nothing really, unless you want to see Davina McCall in our leotard. So these are all straight in the charity shop. There's also 4 comedy DVDs. I like Tim Vine and Jimmy Carr. Peter Kay's fine, but you see that one every shop in the land. And I was just surprised we didn't get more like Michael McIntyre and Kevin Bridges, which are usually charity shop perennials. But so it wasn't overly stuffed with a lot of filler, which was a good thing. The TV shows were well represented, although maybe not your favourite shows. Miranda and Gavin and Stacey, straight to the bin for them, thank you. 2 nice box sets of Game of Thrones, but unfortunately they're only worth about 3 or 4 quid each, so not really worth it once you package them up. Shame the show ended in such a sour note. Also a lot of Family Guy, but again, they're not really worth much. I think The Simpsons has held its value. More of that later. Um, Overall, the titles were good in that they were ones that you've heard of. It was all big name films, big stars. So there's not a lot of like these weird straight to DVD films you see. That said, though, they are all very common. Every one of these you'll find in your local charity shop on a daily basis. So you're not really getting the advantage of rarities or seldom seen deleted items. So it'd be a good buy if you are like doing a car boot and you want to give films that people maybe haven't seen before. Um, Here's the children's DVDs. I put these out separately. Aaron's doing a garden sale, which doesn't want to sell any sort of zombie sex nonsense. So I said to look at all the kids' films, and there's plenty of those. And I think these will always sell. You can stick a kid in front of a DVD and forget about them for a couple of hours. And these are all pretty good titles as well. Um, the remainder was what you see here, and again, it's films you've heard of. They were all nice, clean copies. Majority of them had the discs. There was only 1 or 2 that didn't, and I went through each one and scanned it on the eBay app just to make sure it's not a rare edition. Sometimes you get ones that's got a commentary that's no longer allowed to use, so it's worth more. But the majority of these are worth 2 quid or less, which is not something that you can sell on eBay and hope to make a profit on. But overall, I mean, it's a lifetime worth of TV viewing here, or video viewing for like 30 quid. So if you've been in a coma for the last 30 years, it's a great way to catch up with a lot of media. But with streaming and all other things available to you now, there's not many people have a DVD player, never mind the will to go and put in a disc it might skip or whatever. But these all seem pretty clean. There was 1 or 2 that was a bit of gunk on them, a bit scratched up, but the majority were good and with everything intact, so no complaints there. There were a few things that are a wee bit more filler, like so these National Geographic wildlife ones. I've got like what 8 or 9 different editions of this. These are all worth maybe £2 or so, but nobody wants them. And also got a season of or a disc of a season of medium. So you can buy this whole season for £3. So disc 304 is not going to do you much good. And also House. Again, a good show, but you're only getting disc one of season two, so you can buy the whole season for tuppence. So it's not going to be a sellable one there. And also Secret Animals of Africa. So I don't know who's never heard of a zebra before, but one to look up. So these are ones that I actually picked out from my personal collection. Either they're nicer editions than the ones I had, or they're films I've not yet seen, or want to see again. Like Snatch is pretty funny, 2 disc edition there. Moulin Rouge, a 2 disc edition. Something About Mary had extras. These are the bad boys in the group. These are all ones that went to the bin because either the disc was missing or they were bootlegs. It's funny, the bootlegs, you can scan them, and sometimes the bootlegger puts the wrong code on it. So I was scanning Narnia and it came up with Shaun of the Dead. So there's your clue there. But out of the lot, it was only 8 that I get rid of. So anyway, so this is the wins here. These are the ones that's going to make a slight bit of profit if I sell on eBay. This was the pick of the bunch, this Lilo and Stitch game. It's a region one, so it's from America. And this is probably about 20 quid's worth. I'll put it on for about 16.99 for a quick sale on it. Never heard of it. I don't know how it made it into this bundle, but what can you do? Next up, a slim case of All the President's Men. This is only just over £3, so it's barely on my no-go limit, but just about. The Hiding Place I hadn't heard of, but this is worth about a fiver or so. It's a 2 disc set, it's a war film. And then Fanny Hill, it's not a porno, it's a BBC adaptation, I believe, of the classic tale. And that's about £3.50 or so. And I've got a nice Hugh Grant box set here. If you like Hugh Grant, this is all you need, really. And again, this is about £3 or £4, so it's not a fortune. Whiplash is an excellent film. Look it up in my W blog. That's £3.25. Nice copy in a slipcase. And one worth looking out for if you want to see a good film. I got 2 editions of Titanic. This is a nice deluxe collector's edition. I think it was 3 or 4 discs. Lovely edition, but it's only worth £3.75. But obviously worth more than the bare minimum that would merit putting on separately. And next up, this is a weird one. This is Peter K. Britton's got the Pop Factor. Quite a professional looking edition, but it does look like a bootleg. So I'm not sure if it's maybe a review copy. So I'll look that up. Won't sell it if it is a bootleg, obviously. I have the original DVD of that. This I would find Simpsons season 17. Later seasons aren't as good, generally speaking, but they're probably fewer produced. So this is about £12.99 you'll get for this. One disc is a bit scratched though, so we'll need to look it up. Jacob's Ladder, Tim Robbins film, 4.75, fiver maybe. So again, worth having. And the Peanut Butter Falcon. I've not seen this one, but it's £8.99 according to Google. So and the last one we have here is Nothing Like the Holidays, a seldom seen Christmas film, which is worth about £3.19. So borderline worth selling, but I'm on the scraps here, so I'll take what I get. Well, that's a big deep dive into a box of DVDs. Was it worth it? Possibly not. So out of the whole lot, I've got maybe 10 to sell. The total sale price would be about £69, but I need to spend at least 21, 22 in postage. So overall, I'm looking at 47.77 net takings, less cost of goods, which is 27.50. So only really making 20 quid here, which is slave labour, really. But I did enjoy the process, I have to say, and I did get 8 DVDs from my personal collection, and others I'll watch and then donate to the charity shops. Not worth selling on, but it was good fun. It was a decent buy. 8 went in the bin, 3 were bootlegs, 3 were empty cases, and 2 were like partial box sets, which aren't really worth anything to MD. So overall, the material was good, it was varied, there was plenty of duplicates, but not that many. Over 221 DVDs, and it more than covered itself for the 10% extra they gave you. So charging 12p each, you can't really argue with it, but it's probably not a good use of your time. I went to the charity shop the other day and I got complete Sweeney for £3. So I'll make 20 quid on that, so that's worth more than the whole box, and it's a lot less labour. But some of the DVDs are going to Irene's garden sale or the kiddie ones. So she'll probably make 5 or 10 quid out of those, and probably 150 or so go back to the charity shop to contaminate the well. So next time Lynn will see all my old friends again. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I probably won't do this again. My back won't take it, and I think the charity shops will start shutting their door on me if I keep bringing sacks of unsellable DVDs to them. But hope you get some ideas for your own business here, and let me know what you think. We should try this again. Take care then. Bye bye.